Greetings and welcome back everyone to Keeper Roguelike, where in this episode we are going to be beginning a new dungeon where we are going to be taking out the Keeper Nico Lolly, who, despite having a very non-evil name, will hopefully live to conduct very evil deeds. Now, recently, I have been playing this game quite a lot, and as those of you who have joined me in streams will probably know, I've achieved world domination numerous times. And as a result, I've started taking to less conventional runs, just to spice things up a little bit, make things a little bit more difficult, because once you really do get the knack for the game, winning becomes formulaic in a way. And that's not a negative to the game. It's just that at its current stage of development, once you've worked out how to win, it takes bad luck not to win, as far as I've seen. Or you can use like house rules, if you like. Now, one of the house rules that I'm going to be employing, and this has a little bit less to do with you know, not wanting to lose, and quite a lot to do with, I just think that not having a house rule like this lends itself more to how to put this tactfully. People who use the tactic that I'm going to disallow in this run, I feel are perhaps not playing within the spirit of the rules set out by the game. Namely, I intend not to use imps to their fullest capacity. Now, what I mean by that is that currently you can have imps. Well, first and foremost, they can carry practically infinite amounts of weight. I imagine that's there because they need to be able to carry heavy loads because they have to shift iron and stone around a lot, which, you know, makes all sorts of sense. But I don't want to have a system where an imp can happily go out, murder a bunch of people, because imps are actually really, really fast, so they get a couple of attacks in the same space of time as other people get one. Kill peasants, gather up all crazy amounts of loot from all over the place, just one imp, and then bring it all back. And if you give an imp equipment, they become crazy powerful, like absolutely nuts powerful. I've even played imp-only runs, where the imps are the only things that I use to attack. And I've won that way. I've done keeper-only runs, which are a lot easier than imp-only runs, that do require the imps a little bit. I've used the imps to get initial books to power up the keeper. Now, I'm not going to be doing that in this. There are books, as you may well be aware, throughout the game world, where you have... It's a very easy to get some powerful literature. And what I mean by that are things such as the Beast Mutation book, which you can get in the Human Warrior Stronghold. Not the Knights, but the Warriors, the ones whose leader is a shaman, not a lord. You can also get the Humanoid Mutation book by raiding the Lizardmen camp. You can get Advanced Alchemy by raiding the Witch's Hut. And you can get... what was the last one? The Elves Master Magic. Now, that was a particularly good one to get because it kind of fast tracks you through a large part of the game's development. Now, actually, thinking about it, how about we start off being a little bit less aggressive on the room size? Let's start small and work our way up to other things. So, firstly, we will have a training room here. But we'll also have a dormitory, a small dormitory, maybe even a small beast lair as well. We'll add other rooms later on, but for now we'll start with that. We'll have a reasonable size training room. There we go. That should be good. So we'll have a little beast lair, a little dormitory, and a training room. Now, that does necessitate certain other things. We're going to need, for example, a library pretty soon. We'll have... You know what? Maybe this should just be a central area. I'm not sure. No, we'll elongate this slightly. I think that would make for a more interesting room. And then have exits at each point. Down here we'll have the equipment room. So we'll build that out. And we can have exits there and there. We'll even have... You know what? We'll have an eye in the middle here watching over both rooms. I quite like that idea, actually. Yes, I like that idea a lot. We'll expand these rooms out so that they're 3x4s instead. This will be the beast lair because I doubt we'll want anything much more than that. And this will be the dormitory because we can expand it out a bit more because of the position of everything else. Right, let's get the beast lair down first. Now, usually it's probably not a wise move to do, to have beasts early on, because they tend to aggravate the heroes. But, you know, we're going to live on the wild side here. If we lose, we lose, but hopefully we'll have fun getting there. We'll have... A Raven joins our forces. Oh, fantastic. I'm really glad about that, actually. Raven, you're coming out with me right now. Let's get out there and have a poke around, see what we can see. Now, the Raven is a fantastic unit for scouting, not only because it's got a reasonable light radius and it can fly. You know, those things are pretty good. A bat is better for exploring in caves, by the way, but a Raven will do early on. Now, the reason why Ravens are so good is because they can see through trees. You'll notice that when it comes to the trees, a Raven's line of sight isn't obscured by the presence of trees. As you can see there, it can see everything. And I imagine this is because it's flying high up. In fact, bats might have the same thing. All flying minions might have the same thing. I hadn't really thought about it. I know that elves actually have forest sight, so they can see through trees. But I guess... Ooh, den of scorpions and spiders. That's not great. Ah, dwarves. That's not great either. Though they're in a bit of an awkward position. Unless there's a way into that cave from outside, I think the dwarves may actually be trapped. I'd be alright with this. No, it looks like there is a way in. Drat. Okay, the gnomes over there. A dragon, really? Green dragon. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Okay, we don't have to worry about the dwarves for a long while. Bandits there as well. The dwarves are behind a green dragon. Ah, it's glorious. Cyclops and bandits nearby. Wow. And the red dragon all the way up there. Okay, well, this is a bit of an interesting map, honestly. Got peasant farmers all the way over here. Now, unlike the imps, a Raven will draw aggro, but I'm not sure how aggressively enemies will go for a Raven. I know with the imps, you have to be practically on top of someone before they'll even care. And that's another reason why I feel that they're a little bit... I hesitate to say cheaty, because I worry that I'll upset people who really like that tactic. But at the same time, I do genuinely feel that it's not playing the game in a sportsmanlike way. Let's put it that way. We've got a couple of places around here. This is another peasant hut. I don't think it's a witch's hut. You've got to be wary of the witch, because early in the game, she's actually really powerful, because she has so many potions. So we kind of want to avoid aggroing the witch early on. I think this may be the witch's hut down here. Yes, I'm pretty certain it is. Okay, and what do we have down here? We have... I imagine we've got... Oh no, this is where my keeper has been. Alright, so we've got another peasant's area right around here. That's pretty good. So we've got plenty of stuff nearby for us to destroy come nightfall. Get our keeper some early levels, also get crazy amounts of mana. Alright, Raven, you've done a fantastic job. Now please, please, please don't annoy the humans. I'm taking a big risk allowing my Raven to just wander around on its own. Possibly a stupid risk. Yeah, let's expand this whole area out and make it one large training room. And then grab all of this iron. There we go. Right, so we want torches. One on each wall and an eyeball in the middle. And over here, we want purely equipment. Those torches should be enough to keep everything lit for me, which I am pretty happy with, actually. That whole room design is pretty nice. I like it a lot. Now, down here, let's think. We are going to need a library, so how about we get that going sooner rather than later? The problem is, we need to gather this loot down here, which I'm going to find difficult because it's going to mess up with the symmetry of my base. So I'll leave that for now. Instead, we'll go in this direction. And we can probably set up our library up here instead. Yeah. Have a little room there. No. Damn it. Why is there got to be so many awkward positions in this one? How about we go from the bottom up instead then? No, that won't work either. This is my OCD getting in the way of me playing the game. I do apologize, everyone, but, you know, when needs must. That should be big enough to get everything we want in terms of all of the spells. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way I can put the eyeball in that room design, and there wasn't actually anywhere that I would be able to put it easily. You know what? Let's just bite the bullet and come down here. So there we go. We'll have this be one large library, and we'll have make it kind of a nice shape as well. I really do wish that I could force there be bookshelves in these little nooks and crannies. Alas, I cannot. And that does pain me somewhat. From a certain direction, now it looks like a side-on Pac-Man ghost. And I've got nothing against that. Yeah, we're going to have a side-on Pac-Man ghost library. I think it's going to be grand. As for up here, though, what are we going to do? Oh, dear. Has the Raven been annoying these guys? Raven's killing a bunch of kids, which is never a good thing. Okay, Raven, you need to stop being a menace. Just saying right now. Stop being a menace. If you die to these peasants, I'm alright with this. No? Wow, you literally just tore that child apart. You monster. Okay, well, we've explored that area. The Ravens... I don't want to throw my minions' lives away. I'm not that kind of keeper. They are my cherished underlings. Yet, they are just as likely to kill my fort as anything else at the moment. I'm just going to leave you with the gnomes. And, well, actually, can you kill a gnome? You can. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Okay. Let's kill more gnomes. Oh, no. He's skedaddled. More gnome death, please. I need to see if there's a back door to the dwarves from the gnomes. Because if there isn't, then this is fantastic for us. It's not nighttime, so we're not getting a bonus for this, but that's fine. This should give us enough to possibly start work on getting... Yes, there we go. Got a library. Oh, no, we don't yet. Once we do have a library, we can start getting some learning done. Okay, we've also got a... Wow, we've got 2 ogres. That's good times, but it's going to cost us. That's going to be very expensive. So, let's go ahead and... let's think. I would say we are going to want a path to the gold. Actually, there's a path down here. We'll go this way instead. There we go. And we'll grab some gold from down here. There we are. In fact, let's leave a little bit of room up there, just in case I want to take a ritual room in this direction. And have that branched off from my library. There we go. Right, we've got our library. Let's build this up. It's going to cost us an awful lot to make. Damn it. Let's go ahead. We'll have a treasure chest right there. Actually, I'll have the treasure chests on either side. I'll have an eyeball right there instead. I actually think that looks quite nice. We'll have some torches on these walls over there. Some torches on those walls. Yes, I think that's going to be an awesome library. Let's gather more wood as well, because we're going to need a whole lot of wood for this. Like, my lord, so much wood is going to be necessary. Right, well, now that we've got that, we can go straight for sorcery and advanced sorcery. I need 350 mana. Or rather, I need less than 150. Where's that raven? Oh, no. Oh, no. You stupid raven! You have brought death to us! We are all gonna die now. Unless my keeper can get Master Sorcery, that is probably the end of this run. It's always such a risk to build these beast layers early on, and that's kind of why I did it, if I'm perfectly honest with myself. But, no, that's gonna be pretty bad for us. How far away is night? Night is really close, so we can take out a wolf pack. And we can hunt some peasants. We could also hunt the bandits over there as well. Yes, I think hunting the bandits would be a good idea. That may give us enough by itself for us to get Master Sorcery. Right then, wolf packs. There we go. We want the level 11 to be leading this pack. Let's get out there and find us some tasty bandits. Not the filthy ones, the tasty ones. There we go. I'll give that huge wide berth to that area. Cave Bear, I admire your bravery, but you are being very stupid. Hello. That's right. You gonna bleed out? Yes, that's what we like to see. More death. Fantastic. Let's just wipe out the bandits early, then we can have as much gold as we want. It won't matter. Oh no! My faithful wolf has died. Alright, we'll take control of you instead. Come here, you. Right, there we are. Has that given us enough? Yes, it has. Right, okay. Master Sorcery researched. At this point, it's unlikely that we're going to lose. Quite unlikely. We'll use more mana to summon imps at this stage. And just have you guys training. But as long as my sorcerer can use Master Sorcery, all is well. It's low efficiency because I don't have the bookshelves, unfortunately. Which is a shame. I do wish we could have more bookshelves, but maybe I'll get rid of the eye slots. Then, just so that we can do that. It is a shame, but we need that glorious efficiency. There we go. A wolf is killed by an elf lord. Bloody elves. Okay, well, we've done a decent bit of work over there. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to take control of you. And you're going to go over to the bandit area. Whilst your brothers and the ogres continue training. You're going to pick up all of the swords and you're going to bring them back. And then all of your companions can have gear. Ooh. Also, you may steal anything you can find in here. Now, it's really important to get an orc a weapon as soon as you can, because they've actually got skill with using weapons. they've got melee, weapon melee skilled. Now that doesn't mean that they're just good at fighting. It means that they're good when they're wielding a weapon at fighting. Okay, well that horse does not want to fight, so, you know, fine, whatever. We'll go this way instead, loot all of these areas. All of these are now bones, which isn't as useful for making a graveyard. Because I'm fairly certain that to summon a vampire, you need a fresh corpse. I could be wrong, though. I'm pretty sure that a couple of times when I've done it, I've ended up with vampires spawning with bones there, but I get the impression that a fresh corpse is better. Not sure why. I could easily be wrong. Any other bandit bits? Ooh, potion of healing. That's going to my keeper. Ooh, a 9-3 sword as well. For now, you can use the best items, but eventually you're going to have to relinquish those to the keeper. Now, I'm fairly certain that as the ravens have popped into the home of the dragon, we're going to have to deal with him. Sorry, the dragon? No. We're not going to have to deal with the dragon. Not yet, anyway. The home of the human knights, which is a bit of a problem, because they are incredibly powerful early on. Though, now that we've got Master Sorcery, we've got a decent chance of getting out of it without dying. But still, it's not good. Not good. Oh, wow, look at those. I wouldn't mind being able to grab that. Maybe once my keeper's got a couple of extra levels. But not until then. I think that would be foolish until then. Can we swim? Yes, we can. Fantastic. I approve. Alright, let's get back in. Now, the thing with the orcs is I'm fairly certain that... we're under attack from the dwarves. Really? I'm fairly certain that the orcs can't carry a lot of stuff, so they'll just drop it when they... actually, let's remove and drop everything. They'll just drop anything they're carrying when you stop controlling them. But for now, I'm going to have him specifically drop everything, so that my keeper and all of the other minions can go grab things. Now, how do we know that those dwarves are attacking us? Did you spot one of the dwarves? Dwarf skeleton. Dwarf skeleton. Fantastic times. I approve of that enormously. Scorpion corpse. Bat is killed by guard. Vulture killed by a bat. Yeah, the dwarves have moved straight through there. And have then been eaten by the dragon. My level of approval is so high, I can't even express how much I like this idea. That's right, go have a look. Find out what's going on. Oh, there's a cyclops as well. They have to fight their way through a cyclops as well. This is so amazing. But you can have a quick peek around their base whilst a lot of them are dead. Alright. You're good. You can do your own thing now. Okay, well that's actually a pretty good start, I would say. We've got a really, really fortunate map. Really fortunate. What we want now, though, is a graveyard. And I'm thinking, let's try and be a little bit more creative with our graveyard, shall we? So, we could have some pillars, maybe. And I know this is going to ruin the efficiency. I find myself unable to care. Because I really do like the idea of just having a swanky graveyard. No, let's not go overboard with the pillars. That's a noob mistake. Also, I put that slightly the wrong shape. That was an accident, but I kind of like it. Creates a sort of circle effect. Yeah, I like this. This is going to be our graveyard. It's going to be fairly large. We'll probably have the ritual room built off the graveyard. Yes. I like it. Get to work, imps. But I think I'm going to wrap this episode up there. We've done a lot of killing in this episode. We've got a lot of mana. We've put our forces into a reasonable position, I would say. We do need to do a couple of things, though, just before we go, just so I don't forget. We want an eye watching there, 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 and there. Now, these are here to deal... I'll explain how that helps with traps later, but they're there specifically to help with traps. We'll also have an eye there. We should, from this eye, be able to see invasions by both forces. If not, then perhaps I can get my keeper up there to set fire to that area. That would be quite useful. Definitely get an eye there, though. An eye here. Or actually, just an eye about there. Should be able to see... wait. No, what we want is we do actually want them close by. Because at night, very reduced ability to see things. Unless we build specifically some torches right outside these people's homes. But I don't think we will. There we go. That should give us advance warning of pretty much anyone attacking except for the lizardmen, which are hard to predict because they can attack from the entirety of this area. But that's going to be it from me for now. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.